You wanted to. You wanted to. You wanted to. Guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm inside my 2002 Honda Civic EX. Built this way down here, and I will tell you, first of all, she's super dirty, so excuse that. And this seatbelt, there we go. That was pretty good on the third or fourth try. She is a 5-speed manual transmission, 166 original miles on her. She's absolutely beautiful and gorgeous. But I will tell you this, I'm kind of disappointed a little bit. And I'm gonna talk about the pros and the cons because I've owned this car for 1 month now, exactly 1 month. And so she's been great. She hasn't left me stranded on the side of the road, nothing like that. First got her, she had this crazy noise at startup. So every time I would start it, go ding, ding. This crazy starter noise. And I wasn't sure if it was the motor or the starter, but I ended up replacing the starter, and it was like $100, and I fixed it for free. Easiest starter I've ever replaced in my entire life. Second, I haven't done much repairs on it. I think the starter is the only repair, but I've done a full service. So I did the motor oil, transmission oil. I did 2 new tires in the front, and I installed those myself. I did the brake pads. Now, super sweet. I opened up the trunk and the brake pads were brand new inside the box. They were Napa Gold brake pads, so I'm pretty sure those are pretty good. But as you guys can tell on the inside, I have not washed it once since I got it. And yeah, I have washed the outside. The outside is pretty clean. I sanded down the headlights, compound polish, waxed the entire car. So I got about 8 hours on just the outside of just work. I haven't started the inside yet. And I mean, it's been a month and I haven't started the inside yet. Mostly because I had a bunch of lights on the dash and I wanted to get rid of those lights. I still have this SRS light. The dealer's gonna fix that for me for free. So I called the dealership and it turns out it has lifetime warranty on the seatbelt buckle. That's what the light is originally for. And then the buckle, I swear, to clip it on is a disaster. It takes a lot of time. And then they're gonna replace this airbag over here. So they had to order the parts. So it's gonna take about 3 weeks for them to get all the correct parts, the correct colors to match my car. And hopefully with that, that light will be gone. Other than that, I mean, it's been perfect. It has not overheated on me once, which is really great. It sucked totally to have a car and have it overheating. These cars, especially right now that they're older, they have those issues of overheating, and this car does not have that, and I absolutely love it. Also, this car is 100% stock. And I gotta tell you, I love stock cars, especially these Hondas. It's so funny because I just picked out my banner for my YouTube account, and it says, and it's like a red Honda Civic 2-door. It looks just like this. I lost my voice. And that's super cool. Oh, I have my sunroof open. Let me see, how do you close it? Over here. Let me just close it for the video. Looks just like this car, and it's so freaking awesome. But man, I do not want to customize or pimp out this car. So if you guys are new to the channel, I kind of sell cars. I buy and sell, and this is a car that has just grown on me so much. It's kind of insane. You know, I don't want to sell it. It sounds crazy, right? I really don't want to sell it. It's gonna be really hard to sell this car. Not because it's gonna be hard to find a buyer for it, because I think anyone will want to buy this car, but it's just gonna be hard for me to let it go. So with that said, I'm gonna sell it expensive. Woo! But it does need things here and there. The suspension is not great. I can hear it squeaking and, you know, making all these crazy noises, but it's not something that I really care about or really want to address even. I just wanted to make sure the car was safe on the road, and it's very safe. I believe it is. And then I have the door dings on kind of both doors. On one of the doors, I basically almost fixed it. I did paint correction on it, super easy, and it came out really nice. Just a $15 touch-up pen, and man, oh man, that thing just disappeared, and it looks amazing. But this door over here, so I found someone on Craigslist or on Facebook who has this driver door, but man, I messaged him like last night and he will not respond. He just posted it up. He has the exact door that I need, and he just will not respond. Don't you guys hate that? Freaking people, that they have what you need but don't respond to the messages. Oh my goodness, I don't know what to do, but I want that door. And he's so close. He's in Modesto. So same thing, you don't want to buy a car and automatically start throwing money into it, repairs and all this stuff, you know, that's kind of what totally sucks. With the starter, yeah, it kind of sucked a little bit, but at the exact same time I was like, if it fixes it, then boom, we're solid, you know. I don't even care anymore that it costs anything. But what's going on right now is this radio. This radio is just killing me. The Bluetooth works fine. I had it connected to my phone, but every single time I start the car, I'm serious, every single time I start the car, the volume is on max. So it's at 60, it's on max volume, and boom, it just blows up your ears. I feel like I'm crazy. You know, my neighbors all look at me, everyone looks at me if I'm in a parking lot, and it's like, what is going on? So I ordered a $90 radio on Amazon, touchscreen 7-inch, and I'm gonna install that. And now that I'm gonna do that, I'm also gonna upgrade my shifter. So I bought a $10 shifter. So I spent $100 on Amazon. I got a radio, a nice, hopefully a good radio, and a $10 shifter. And I think that these two combinations just right here is gonna change the dynamic of my whole interior. And then when I get that, I can start cleaning. Hopefully today. So we're gonna do that today. And if you guys wanna buy the radio, because I read all the reviews, spent hours and hours doing research on one radio to get, I landed on that one because they have some cheaper radios for like 50 bucks, but I spent $90 and then $10 on this, so 100 bucks. And we're gonna see if it works. Also, I think I have to replace this, and we're gonna see if I can use the original harness from this radio and kind of just cut it off and use it for my new radio. Also has a backup camera, so I'm gonna be installing the backup camera, and I'm super excited. This car is just gonna have those modern touches, you know, like a backup camera, touchscreen radio, and it's just gonna be totally awesome. So I'm gonna put the links to everything that I buy on Amazon, and if you guys click on my links, you guys are supporting the channel. By clicking on my link, whatever you buy, I get paid for. No joke, it's pretty crazy on Amazon. Super sick, I love it. But yeah, that's what it's like. That's what it's been like owning a Honda Civic used in 2022 for a month. It's been really, really great. Can I throw more money into it here, more money into there? Of course. You know, you can go above budget if you want, you can go below budget, and that's what I always do. I always budget. So it's just like what I have, what money I have to spend during that time, because like I said, it probably needs some suspension work, but you know, I can always do that later. Or you never know, maybe someone wants to lower it, slam it to the floor, and of course then it's gonna need new suspension. 166,000 miles, 202 Civic, and I mean, dude, it's running perfect. I got some wear on the steering wheel, and the seats, not so much wear, but they are kind of stained up. I mean, the inside's super dirty. And I can't believe I'm just driving it like that. And look at my gas. Gas is almost $5 a gallon. So I had a full tank for like 4 days. It took me like $30 to fill it up, and I've had a full tank for like 3 or 4 days. And right now I still have a full tank, and I have about a 20-minute commute. And I mean, I'm just saving so much money on gas. And that's what I love about the 5-speed. You want to save money on gas? Get the 5-speed, because you can literally control your RPMs. You can almost control how much gas you're spending. It sounds crazy, it sounds whatever, but look, check it out. So I'm going 30 miles. My RPMs are a little bit over 1,000, not even at 15. How much gas am I spending here? Nothing, man. This thing is just a gas saver, and the 5-speed is the way to go, especially if you don't want transmission problems. The Honda Civics with automatic, especially if it's not the EX model, I just don't even trust them. Or not EX model, the VTEC. If they don't have VTEC, forget about it. But if you don't want transmission problems, get a manual transmission. And I am absolutely in love with this manual transmission. And I'm just in love with this car in general. It's so terrible. Why do I have to sell it? I want to do so much things to it. But I think for now, I'm just going to do the radio, and we're going to see how it looks. I'm telling you, in 1 month, I think I've only put gas in it like twice. Under $40 to fill it up. And this gas is literally going to last me like 2 weeks. And like I said, I got like a 20-minute, 20-mile commute to my job, which is where I'm going right now. Compared to my truck, which would take like 100 bucks and last me not even a week. So wow, this thing is amazing, man. What do you guys think about the red, right? Oh my god, you just don't see these cars anymore. I remember when I first saw this car. So I bought this car at an online auction. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how it sounded, how it heard, but I did look at the Carfax, and that gave me 100% if I wanted to buy it. That's why I bought this car, because of the Carfax. It's a 2-owner vehicle, so only two people have owned it in their entire life. This guy had it for like 17 years, and then the other guy had it for like 2 years or something like that. But you know, it's a 2-door 5-speed, so situations change and people have to sell them. You see, I have my car seat back there. And then clean title, no accidents reported to Carfax, and that is super important. I love it when cars do not have any accidents reported. Of course, like I said, it has all these little dings and scratches and stuff like that, but it's not a big accident where they had to report it. For example, if I got hit in the back, the exhaust would be all twisted up, and so would like some of the suspension pieces and even the frame. And that's kind of like when the car is not going to run straight. You know, that's when you really got to worry about the car running straight, because the frame might be bent and that car may never ever in its entire life run straight again, compared to something like this that is, you know, clean title, no accidents in the front, back, side to side. Hasn't been any major accidents, and that is just amazing for a 2002 Honda Civic. I mean, it's been preserved and it's so freaking gorgeous, I swear. Why it took so much time buffing out the outside. And the same thing when I go to detail the inside, I'm gonna take my time, do it right, make sure this car looks, you know, make sure this car's like the 2% or 10% compared to all the other cars this year on the road. Is there any aftermarket parts you guys recommend I get for this thing? You know, I got the shifter for 10 bucks and the radio, but what else should I do to it? I don't want to go too crazy on it, because like I'm telling you, I like stock cars, but some cool mods to make it like pop and stand out just a little bit more, because the mods that I'm doing are on the inside, and I'm a big interior guy. I really like nice interiors. This thing has got it 100% because of EX, the seats. You know, if you guys like your car stock, or if you like them completely modified, especially these Civics. I mean, I remember, this is how you know you're a Honda guy in 2022, when you still have an old school Honda Civic like this. And especially if you got it modded, some really nice, tasteful mods. And if you have it stock, I mean, just gorgeous, right? This car is, I just love it stock because it's so much healthier when it's stock. You don't have to worry about your tires getting eaten, like the camber. You don't have to worry about going over bumps. You don't have to worry about hitting your lip or anything like that. The aftermarket parts are just endless for this car, and they're super cheap for it. All right, guys, well, that's the video. I'm gonna be getting to work pretty soon. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.